Alright guys, welcome to my football channel. It's Vix aka Speed Tongue on Vix Talks Football. Thank you for joining back on my channel today. We can see from Anfield, guys, we have a new coach for Liverpool. That's Arne, the former Feyenoord manager, still currently Feyenoord manager, will be the man at the dugout next season for the Anfield guys. That's at Liverpool. Never walk alone. Alright guys, as we can see, Feyenoord coach Arne has been with them since 2020. He has done fantastic work in Feyenoord as they might be playing the Champions League next season, and presently they are sitting number 2 on the table in the Dutch league. Eredivisie. That's where Arne is coming from. For those that don't know, he's a 45-year-old coach. He has coached under some clubs, that's the lower division in Dutch league, before moving to Feyenoord, guys. So that's about Arne going to Liverpool, and we can see that Leicester City has been promoted to the Premiership back. They didn't even waste time before going back to the Premiership. Those guys are really hungry for the first team, as the first league football, that's the top tier football in Premiership. So these are the table looks like now for Leicester City, as we'll be welcoming them back to the Premier League officially. So let's look at the matches we have across the Premier League today in England. West Ham United will be playing against Liverpool, and we have Fulham against Crystal Palace, Manchester United against Burnley, Newcastle against Sheffield, Wolves against Luton Town, Everton against Brentford, and Aston Villa against Chelsea at the Villa Park. That's a late match for today. Let's start with the first match of today, which will be playing right now. That's West Ham against Liverpool, the Hammers against the guys from Merseyside. We saw what happened to them the last match. They lost the last match. So let's look at the lineup for today. As we have Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Mohamed Salah, Alexis McAllister, Wataru Endo, Dominic Szoboszlai, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahim Konate, Alexander Arnold, and Alisson, all available for selection today. That's a predicted lineup. For West Ham now, we have Alfonso Areola, Vladimir Sufal, Kozuma, Angelo Bona, Emerson, Edson Alvarez, Thomas Susek, Jarrod Bowen, Lucas Paqueta, Mohamed Kudus, and Mikel Antonio, all available for selection today as well on the predicted lineup that we have for them. Let's look at their stats now and the injuries and suspension. Rather, we have George Eti and IF Aguad as the guys that will not be available. For Liverpool now, Diogo Jota, Conor Bradley, Ben Doak, Joe Matip, and Thiago Alcantara are all not available for selection today in the match for today. And we have their head-to-head now. Liverpool against West Ham. Liverpool has won their last 4 matches against West Ham. West Ham has lost all. Why? For Liverpool, their last 3 matches, they've lost only 1 and won 2 of their last 3 matches. That's pretty okay, but not good for their title race. Why? We have for the guys now, the West Ham guys, we have their last 3 matches as well. Yeah, they've lost 2 of their last 3 matches, and they've drawn only 1 out of their last 3 matches. No any victory in their last 3 games that they have played. That's pretty bad. Let's go to Manchester against Burnley now. Manchester will be playing at home to Burnley now. They'll be welcoming the Hornets now at the Old Trafford today. Let's look at their probable lineups. That's the predicted lineups now, and see who we have on the list according to their injuries and suspension records. This determines how we have the predicted lineups. So for Manchester United now, as usual, we have Andre Onana, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Harry Maguire, and Diogo Dalot. Man United are struggling with the defensive injury, and we have Scott McTominay and Kobe Mainoo, and Anthony, Bruno Fernandes, Alejandro Garnacho, and Rasmus Hojlund up front. That's for Manchester United. For Burnley now, we have Muric in goal, Charlie Taylor, Maximum Esteve, Dara O'Shea, and Lawrence Assignon at the back 4. While we have in the midfield, we have Lassen, we have Bedge, and Cullen, and Vitinho in the midfield, while we have Led Foster and Wizen Odegaard at the back. And the injury list for Manchester United is very long now. We have Martinez, Lindelof, Martial, Evans, Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford, muscle injury, while we have Rafael Varane, Tyrell Malaysia, and we have Willy Kambuala on the injury list. For the guys, Burnley guys now, we have Jordan Beyer, Aaron Ramsey, Dakio, Kole Osho, and Redmond are all on the injury list for Burnley as well. Alright guys, we look at their stats now. We can see that in the Premier League, Burnley and Manchester United, their last 3 matches, I would say, is Manchester have won the last 2 matches and drawn 1. They've drawn 1 together. That's pretty okay for Manchester United. And for Manchester United, last 3 matches now, they've won 2 of their last 3 matches. They drew 1 of their last 3 matches. That's still a okay record for Manchester United there. While we look at the stats for the other guys, that's the Hornets, the Burnley guys, we look at their own stats as well. Their last 3 matches that they have played now, they've won only 1 of their last 3 matches. They drew and lose 1 of their 3 matches. While we go to Aston Villa now, at the Villa Park, they will be hosting Chelsea. The guys that were battered, that were disassembled by Arsenal on Tuesday. Yeah, they were disassembled by Arsenal on Tuesday. We look at the lineups that we have there. Predicted lineup: Nicola Jackson up front, Mikhailo Mudryk. Cole Palmer is back now. We have Noni Madueke as well on the list, and Kolo Gallagher, Moses Caicedo, Marco Kurela, Beno Badashi, Axel Disasi, Afi Grikist at the right wing with George Petrovic at the goal. While we have for the guys we have in post, we have Robin Olsen, Matikash, Ezri Konsa, Pau Torres, we have Lucas Dean, and John McGinn, Yuri Tillemans, Leon Bailey, Musa Diaby, Morgan Rose, and Ollie Watkins, the joint top scorer as the striker for today. The injury list for Chelsea is very long. Likes of James Ben Chilwell, Kanechukwu Emeka, Christopher Nkunku, Enzo Fernandez, Leslie Gochukwu, Levi Kowi, Malo Gusto, Raheem Sterling, Robert Sanchez, Romy Lavia will not be available. For Aston Villa, we have Kamara, Bunedia, we have Ramsey, Ansel, we have Zaniolo, and we have Tyrone Mings, and Alex Moreno will not be available as well for selection. So that's the injury list for these guys. What's your take on this, guys? The injury list is really affecting both teams as well, and we have their head-to-head stats. That's the Aston Villa and Chelsea now. Chelsea has won 1 of the matches, drew 1, and Aston Villa only won 1 as well. While the last 3 matches for Aston Villa, they've won all their last 3 matches in the Premier League and also Europa Conference League as well. Aston Villa has been doing fine. One of the matches that they won was against Arsenal as well. That's a very good one for them. And for Chelsea, Chelsea has lost 2 of their last matches and won against Everton. That's only 1 match that they've won in their last 3 matches, which is a very bad one for their European League ambition for next season. So let's see how far Chelsea goes. While we look at in Spain, we have Las Palmas playing today against Girona, Almeria against Getafe, Deportivo Alaves against Celta Vigo, Atletico Madrid against the Athletic Bilbao will be going down late today by 8 o'clock. So we are going to look at the match at the Atletico Stadium today, Atletico Madrid Stadium, I mean. So the match will be going down by 8 o'clock, like I said earlier. We are going to look at the lineups. Don't forget that these 2 guys are above each other on the table, so it's a very tough match today we are going to be looking at. Jan Oblak will be at the goalpost today. As a Witzel, we have Jose Maria Jimenez, Cesar Secreta, Lorente De Paul, Koke, Barrios, and Lino will be at the midfield, while we have Anton Griezmann and Angel Corey up front as double striker today. While we look at their stats for today, we have Unai Simon in the goalpost for Atletico Bilbao, and we have the back four for them. We have Lekwe and Vivian with Paredes and Albanese at back, Unai Gomez and Galarreta at the midfield. We have Williams, Sunset, and Inaki Williams as well at the midfield, while we have Guruzeta at is a lone striker for them. Injuries and suspension, we have Paulista, Depay and Lemar all injured, while Savage is serving disciplinary points, that's yellow carded 5 times in the league. While for Athletic Bilbao, we have Ben Ritchie and Marcos with disciplinary points, that's injury yellow carded for the match. We have their head-to-head. Athletic Club has won all 3 matches, their last 3 meetings against Atletico Madrid. That's a very bad one for Atletico Madrid. While we look at their stats individually now for each club, now Atletico Madrid has lost 2 of their last matches, have won only 1 out of the 3 matches. That's why they are not in the Champions League anymore. While for Athletic Club, they drew 2 of their last matches and won 1 out of their last 3 matches too. So that's a very fair one compared to Atletico Madrid. While looking at the table now in the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid are top of the table with 84 points, followed by Barcelona 70 points. You can see Atletico Madrid and Atletico are occupying the 4th and 5th position respectively. While we go to the other side of Europe, in Italy we have Lecce against Monza today, Juventus against Milan, and Lazio against Verona. Alright guys, those are the 3 matches that will be played down the Serie A today. So let's go to the match of today. That's the Rossoneri's against the Old Lady of Turin at the Juventus Stadium. Today we are going to be seeing Old Ladies of Turin against the Rossoneri playing out today for the Italia Serie A. But we know guys that Inter Milan has already clinched the title already. So in the lineup for today for the Juventus, we have Danilo, Bremer, Alexandro, we have Cambiaso, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, Kostic, and we have Vlahovic and Chiesa up front, while Perrin will be in goal for them. While for AC Milan, we have Olivier Giroud up, the man that is going to the MLS. We have Leo, Loftus-Cheek and Pulisic up front as well. We have Audi and Regindas up in the midfield. We have Florenzi, Theo Gabia and Musa, and we have Mike Manon in goal post for AC Milan. Alright guys, let's look at their stats for ahead of today's match. We have their injuries and suspension. We have only Splidio and Fagioli, that's misconduct with Paul Pogba on doping issues. And we have for AC Milan, we have Jovic, we have Kalulu, we have Simon Kjaer, and we have Pogba and this Calabria, all on injury list for AC Milan. And their last 3 matches that they've played, Juventus have won 1 of the matches, while AC Milan also won 1 and they drew 1. While for Juventus, they've lost just 1 out of their last 3 matches and they drew 2 of their last 3 matches. And for AC Milan as well, AC Milan has lost 2 of their last 3 matches and they've drawn 1 of their last 3 matches, which is a bad one for AC Milan. This is the reason why they are no more in the Europa League. Alright guys, looking at the table, like I've said before, Inter Milan has already won the title as they have been confirmed the winner of the Italia Serie A title for 2023-2024 season. Alright guys, so that's that about the Italy, that's the Italian league. Let's move to Bundesliga, where we have Augsburg playing against Werder Bremen today, Bayern Munich against Eintracht Frankfurt, while we have Freiburg against Wolfsburg, RB Leipzig play against Borussia Dortmund, and Bayern Leverkusen against VfB Stuttgart. Guys, you already know that Bayern Leverkusen have already won the league. And in France, we have Paris Saint-Germain playing against Le Havre today. Kylian Mbappe and the rest of the guys will be heading it out. As we know, Paris Saint-Germain also are top of the table for the French league with 69 points, and followed by Monaco with 58 points, playing 30 matches each of them. So let's look at how the French league is going to end this season. Guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my video, and the rest of the matches that will be played will be analyzed after the results. After they are played, you are going to get another video tomorrow. Guys, I promise you are going to get another video tomorrow. So don't forget to subscribe to my station and click on the notification button, so anytime I upload a video, you are going to get notified. Alright guys, thank you for watching.